Okay, so now that we've finished working on our top border applique, we're going to step across to the quilt and have a look at the baskets that we're going to be working on. I'm going to show you how to position that basket onto your background, and then we're going to glue and staple just like we did before. So we're going to come over here. I've already cut myself out a 7-inch square, which it tells you to do that in the pattern, and I'm going to get out my basket applique design sheet. So you can see it's also got some reference lines on it that come across on a diagonal. So we're going to do similar to what we did earlier with the long border. We're going to finger press some fold lines on this square, unfold, and then finger press in the other direction. Actually, we might give it a little bit of a press with an iron. Again, just quickly over here. We're going to lay our background onto our design sheet. So we're going to need to grab our light box again, our handy light box, switch it on, design sheet on top. We're going to line up these fold lines with these diagonal lines on our background, just as we did earlier. Finding our centre, we'll grab one of those pins. Find the centre there. Once we've found the centre, I'm going to be putting my basket applique right near that centre, so I don't want to pin there. I'm just going to move it up here a little. So it's just going to secure that piece in place. Grab your sandpaper board. Already cut out the basket earlier. Remove your freezer. Glue just like we did before, all the way around the handle, over the entire basket. Again, you can see how much glue I use. It's quite a lot. This basket isn't going to move anywhere, I'm here to tell you. So I'm just using that light box as your guide and the design sheet as your guide. You're just going to position the base down, following the lines underneath of your design sheet. There are the corners. Your handle's just going to follow up there and around, and you're just going to sit it carefully in place. I'll just grab those scissors. I talked about teasing that wool into place before to get your really nice smooth curve. That's what you're going to do. Looks pretty good to me. So once you think you've got it right, remove your pin, switch your light box off, pop that aside. When I've got a large piece like that, I'll use a flat surface. You can use your sandpaper board or your rotary ruler and just give it a bit of a press like that. It's going to get it really nice and flat. Okay, so you see we've got it positioned in place now on the diagonal, and you're going to prepare 81 of those. We're going to pop some staples in there, as you know I love staples. And here you can see I'm actually stapling more in the centre of the basket handle, and the reason I'm doing that is because it's a thicker handle as opposed to the thin narrow stem where I asked you to or showed you how to staple up the very edge, because you are going to have room in through here to get your needle in. So staple all through the handle and then through the basket itself, starting in the middle so that it stays really nice and flat. So that's ready to be stitched now using your blue thread out of your Aurifil pack, and you'll be doing a blanket stitch like we did before on our main border part, and you'll be stitching on the inside edge first and then around the outside. Don't forget you're going to be anchoring on these points so that the corners don't roll up over the edge, and on these points you're going to do little crow's feet in here like I talked to you about earlier, as well as in these little sections here too.